Hello, my friends. We meet again. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a long hiatus, I guess, going on like 3 weeks since I posted some content, thanks to the lull in the UFC action. It's currently just shy of 3 p.m. on Sunday, January 7th, and we're back. We are back. So thank you for tuning in. I can't stress that enough. Today I'm going to be going over my predictions for the end of this year. Um, I just I just sat in front of a camera for 50 odd minutes and went over it, and I wasn't really happy with the results. So alas, we're here again. I'm gonna try it again, and we're gonna condense it into a little bit more of a digestible form. So hopefully you guys can stick along, stick around, um, and come along with me for this little journey. So let's get this pulled up, and as I do, please feel free to leave a like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. That helps me, and I will be able to put out more of these. But we're going to take a look at the weight classes one by one and sort of go over who we think is going to be on top of that division come January 1st, 2025, we'll say. So, in the flyweight division, right, we've got a little bit of a weird situation, right? Um, I'm going with Mokayev. I know it's a weird choice, but he's still undefeated. He's making his way up the ranks. He doesn't quite have a fight scheduled yet, but I think they're going to try to push him towards a title fight sooner than later. Um, a lot of these guys at the top of flyweight have fought each other, like Pantoja and Moreno, 4 times already, um, or 3 times, 4 times, too many times. Um, like there are a bunch of killers in this division, right? A bunch of sneaky killers. Like you can't even count Tim Elliott out from getting like a last minute replacement and taking it. But my pick, it's weird. He's at number 8. It's a long way to go. But I'm gonna go with Mokayev, making his way to the top of flyweight. Bantamweight, again, some interesting fights already scheduled. Um, but I'm going with my boy Corey Sandhagen. Um, he had a really solid last fight against Rob Font. He hasn't fought in a little bit, but I'm going with Corey. I think something happens in the O'Malley Vera fight. I'm maybe going with Cheeto in that one, and if Cheeto wins, we know how that one's gonna go with Corey. Uh, More than likely. So we've got Mokayev and Sandhagen moving on to featherweight. Um, Weird pick maybe, but I'm going with Max. I'm going with Max Blessed Holloway. Um, it's a crazy pick. It's maybe a crazy pick, but I think Max has been away from the game long enough. I'd like to see him come back strong this year and come out on top of the featherweight division by the end of it. Maybe get like maybe like force a fight, a fourth fight with Volkanovski, like at the start of next year. But I hope I hope Max can get something done this year, and I'm voting for him to come out on top. These are going to be some obscure picks, I'm sure, but I'm trying not to do the same old thing. But as I say that, at lightweight, I'm not really seeing anyone that stands out to me as someone that would be able to beat Islam. Like there's a bunch of killers in this division, obviously, a bunch of strong strikers, grapplers, fucking all around strengths amongst the top five and even top 10. But I don't see any names that are standing out to me as being able to put up a solid challenge. So, whatever happens, I think Islam retains the lightweight title for the duration of 2024. Uh, and that's my prediction for that division. Moving on to welterweight, we are probably against the wishes of the Edwards camp, probably gonna see a Bilal Muhammad fight sooner than later. Um, if that happens, it doesn't really matter who wins. I think Rachmanov gives both of those guys a pretty tough test. Ooh. So yeah, we're going with Shavkat for welterweight by the end of 2024. Um, as champion. So to recap, so far we've got Mokayev at flyweight, Sandhagen at bantamweight, Holloway at featherweight, Makhachev at lightweight, Rachmanov at welterweight. And then this is an interesting one, I'm sure. A lot of you folks may not agree with me. I don't even know if I agree with myself, but I'm thinking some crazy stuff happens in middleweight in 2024. Um, but the name that stands out to me, if Strickland does not retain the championship or retain the title, um, I'm going with Bobby Nux, Robert the Reaper Whitaker. Um, he had a weird loss to Duplessis, but I don't know. I don't know why I'm going this route, but I feel like if it ends up in a title fight, if he ends up in a title fight, so say Strickland and Duplessis fight, right? If either of those guys win and say Whitaker gets the next title shot, it's I mean I would have I'd have reservations in thinking that Whitaker couldn't game plan around where he went wrong in the Duplessis fight, or be able to like dart in and maybe even get through Strickland's defense. We know Strickland's striking defense is uh, on a level of its own, right? But I feel like that darting in, that that I guess karate style, sort of that Whitaker brings. I think he might be able to sort of catch Strickland off guard with something. He's really quick with is it I think he like darts in with a left jab and follows it with a left kick. I think that's his combo, is it? Or is it right and right kick? He doubles up on one side and it gets tricky for some folks. He's definitely got some nasty head kicks. with that. But yeah, my prediction is Whitaker. Again, trying to keep it fresh, trying to, you know, get some fresh takes here. But at lightweight, probably going to see Jamal Hill come back. He's probably going to get a shot at the title to get his belt back. I don't know. I think Pereira retains. Maybe a hot take, but yeah, I'm going with Alex Pereira retaining the light heavyweight title. That is, if he doesn't move up to heavyweight, right? There's that weird tweet like 30 plus 300 equals 3 or something like that. um, Implying that if you were to go up 30 pounds, fight at UFC 300, he could have three belts, I'm assuming, which would be insane. Could you imagine? Goes up, fights Aspinall at 300, and gets the interim belt. Or even better, fights John Jones at 300. Obviously, that I don't think that could happen unless Aspinall's interim championship literally wins means nothing. But yeah, hot take: Pereira retains the light heavyweight title going into 2025. So at heavyweight, this is a weird division right now. Jones and Stipe are holding it up, and both are likely gonna retire after they fight. So, um, yeah, just like kind of weird, eh? um, I'm going with the most likely candidate in this scenario, right? We just saw him sleep Pavlovich in fucking no time. Uh, we're going we're going Tom Aspinall here for the true heavyweight champion by the end of 2024. Um, Pound for pound, we'll skip. Strawweight, um, I'm going Suarez all the way. Another potential hot take, but she is a killer, still undefeated. As long as she can stay active, she's probably going to mop the floor with Lemos. I don't see that going any other way. Um, and Lemos just had a title shot, right? So it would only make sense that this happens in February, say by I don't know, August, September, maybe even sooner if possible. They give Suarez a shot at the title, and I think she holds it for as long as she wants to. Um, how old is she? She's 32. She's not old by any means. So, yeah, she's got time. She's got time to hold on to it if she wants to. Um, yeah, I'm going Suarez. Strawweight champ by the end of 2024. Flyweight, I've got Blanchfield. It depends, obviously, how she looks against Fioro the end of March. That's tough. So unless something happens with Grasso, um, let's say they do a Grasso Valentina rematch. When's UFC 300 in April? I think. Yeah, put it on. I guess title fight. You'd have to make it like second last, I guess. depending on how stacked that card's slated to be. We don't know all that much yet. It's only speculation, really, other than a few matches, which could very well change from now to then. Um, let's see. I think that I mean Fioros looked good, but I think that Blanchfield gets it done in that fight, and if the cards fall in the right order, I don't know if that's a saying. Um, yeah, if things work out the way that they probably should, Blanchfield will challenge for a title, and I think she wins it. I don't know. It's so tough predicting MMA futures. You know what I mean? So much crazy shit can happen, and the divisions right now are structured in such a way where crazy shit can very well happen. Women's bantamweight, we got no champ. I guess is that real? I guess that's real. Um, does anyone have any fights fucking booked? What are we doing? Is this for the vacant title? Is that is that for the vacant title? What's going on here? Does anyone else have a fight booked? Okay. Is that for the vacant title? Who cares? Oh no. Who cares though? Really? Um I don't know. I'm going to go for number 5, Irene Aldana. I'd like to see someone who actually has like a fairly exciting fight style um when she's allowed to, you know? Like Hosa, for the most part, just like wanted to clinch up with her. When that happens, it leads to a boring fight. But uh, fuck, I'm 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 going for Aldana. So women's bantamweight Aldana. Quick recap: we've got Mokaev flyweight, um, Sandhagen bantamweight, Holloway featherweight, Makhachev lightweight, Rachmanov welterweight, Bobby Nux middleweight, Pereira retaining light heavyweight, um, Aspinall at heavyweight, Suarez at strawweight. Oh my god, Blanchfield flyweight and Aldana at bantamweight. Those are my predictions. It's going to be interesting to see how many I get right and how many are just wildly wrong. Um, let's see. Yeah, I mean that's all I want to say in this video here. I've cut it down to 20 minutes. Still a little long maybe, but hopefully you guys stuck in there for the long haul, and I'll see you back soon. We've got fights back next weekend. The Ankalaev Walker card. That should be interesting. Ankalaev is my least favorite fighter on the roster by a mile. Actually, there are a couple, but Ankalaev's definitely way up there. Let's see. Just a quick little preview here. Some goofy looking fucking folks, eh? Interesting. Okay. So, depending on how some of these fights go, that may change my my predictions, or it may I can't change my predictions. They've been made. Um, it may derail them, we'll say. But in any event, I'll see you back next time with a more in-depth breakdown of next week's card. All right, love you guys. Be good. See you next time. Bye bye.